Hey, Rainbow here, and welcome to my channel. And today is not at all about Ducati or the Pikes Peak. It just happens to be the only motorcycle that's in my garage because the KTM, which is what this is about, is in the shop, but I can pick it up anytime I want. Well, today's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving for those that are celebrating this. Yeah, let's find out why the KTM is in the shop. Yeah, the KTM was in the shop for several days, and this is why, and I'm going to be very to the point with this one and go over a few things with you. So I bought the KTM RC390 just to have something inexpensive and reliable to take to the track, all right? And I'm leaving actually in 2 days to go to the track. So I'll be picking up the bike, I believe, tomorrow. Why is it in the shop? Well, it didn't need a service because I already had its first service. The problem with the KTM RC390 is that when I had the first service, I opted to install the Quickshifter Plus, which is a software upgrade that allows you to quick shift per KTM up and down. So it has automatic upshift, plus it'll do the auto blipping to go down. Now, with that being said, once I had it installed, it worked like a charm. No problems up, no problems down. I was pretty happy with it. Then what started to happen is that when you downshift from third into second with the quick shift, frequently it would drift into neutral. To me, that's dangerous. So this was drifting into neutral. So I said, well, maybe it's me, because it happened a few times. I'm probably bumping the shift lever with my boot. So I said, well, let me test this out. So I started downshifting from third to second, and then immediately going onto the peg with the toe of my boot. So I had no chance whatsoever of hitting and accidentally bumping that from second into neutral. Now, mind you, this wasn't happening at all with any other gear. Sixth to fifth, not a problem. Fifth to fourth, not a problem. Fourth to third, not a problem. And the problem was third to second, because that's where second for some reason was bumping into neutral. No issues on the upshift, just on the downshift from third to second. Well, it kept happening, then it was getting worse, and it is bothersome because now you have to make a decision, and the safest way to get out of that situation is when you're in the middle of a turn or something, is to pull the clutch in, go back up to second, that's where you're planning on being, and then slowly let the clutch out so that you don't lock this up, because from what I understand, we don't have a slipper clutch on this motorcycle either. So anyway, I waited till the timing was right when I was getting this thing back, and I took it to the KTM dealer. They kept it for a few days because they wanted to ride it to see if they can duplicate it. At first they couldn't duplicate it, and they finally was able to duplicate it. Now, the reason why they wanted to duplicate it, even though I have it on video and everything, is because they have to verify it for themselves. So they initially called KTM with what my complaint was, and KTM told them, please duplicate it and let us know. Well, after they were able to duplicate it, they called KTM and said, hey, this is the problem. Do we have to make some sort of an adjustment in the timing, or, like what's going on here with the timing with the quick shift and when it sequences on and off? And he says, well, we'll get back with you, is what KTM said to my KTM authorized dealer. Well, I stopped to see what the status was. And the dealer said to me, well, we have good news and we have bad news. I'm like, okay, what's that? They said, the good news is that we were able to duplicate the problem. I'm like, okay, we know that. That's great. What's the bad news? They says, well, KTM called us back really late in the day and told us that, drum roll please, the RC390 Quickshifter does not come with up and down, just quick shift up. And I looked at him and he's like, yep, we know, because that's not what the website says. It's not what the literature says. So now the dealer has asked me to reach out to KTM North America Inc. And there's East Coast and West Coast, so I'm gonna have to reach out to the one in Ohio, I guess, probably sometime next week, and find out from KTM what's up with this. I purchased it because you told me in your literature, and it's right on the website. Here it is, look at it. There it says it, right there. Quickshifter Plus, RC390. This is the 2022. It's right there in black and white on our website. But for some reason, now KTM is telling the dealer, well, no, this doesn't do downshift, just upshift, because there's no slipper clutch in it, and we never set it up to do that. So there's no settings in the Quickshifter Plus for it. So if anyone else has any issues with this, or you've already been through this, please let me know. I will do follow-up on this to let you know how I make out with KTM North America, and we'll see where it goes from here. But not great news, and not too good at, is conflicting that the dealer and the customer are not on the same page as Ducati North America, who apparently isn't on the same page as their webpage. So let's see what happens. Anyway, this is Rainbow. Please like, please subscribe. Just putting this out there. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.